Tonight, in a First Coast News exclusive, a juror is opening up about what went on in the deliberation room at the civil trial of a local karate instructor found liable of molesting 4 former students. Thomas Hickey says he's speaking publicly for one reason: to wake up the community.
And I want Craig Peeples to stop.
7 men, 1 lawsuit.
I do not think he should be around any kids anymore.
All accusing Craig Peeples, the owner of Pax Karate in Kingsland, of sexually abusing them when they were children.
Are you denying the allegations still?
Definitely.
It was very difficult to hear their testimony. A lot of your jurors was in there crying. It was very difficult, very heartbreaking to see these plaintiffs that has to stand up and tell them their life and what happened to them.
Thomas Hickey was one of the 12 Camden County jurors who listened to 7 days of graphic testimony and determined the fate of the civil allegations against Peeples at trial.
He needs to be held accountable and not ever be allowed to be around children.
That testimony wasn't enough for 3 jurors whom Hickey said wanted concrete evidence like videos.
Dennis Rose, 0.
He says in order to get a unanimous verdict for 4 of the plaintiffs, the jury agreed not to award any compensatory damages.
So we took the money off the table, so he'd been labeled as guilty, and we was okay with that because then hopefully the community will see he was guilty and believe these men and quit sending their kids to Craig People.
Because this was a civil case, People's guilt or innocence was not at stake. He was never charged with a crime. He was found civilly liable. The jury chose to award the 4 men punitive damages.
We agreed that the courts could have put punitive. We did not realize at the time, your jury didn't, that if we didn't put damages to start with, that couldn't take place. We never knew that. We thought that the courts may have been able to put some damage to them so they could get some.
The judge said because the jury awarded 0 in compensatory damages, there could be no punitive. So the 4 men received nothing.
Do you think justice was served for the 7 plaintiffs?
No, I have to say no, I don't think so.
Why?
As of right now, I definitely don't think it's served because obviously I've not heard that Craig Peeples is out of business. I don't think kids should be there.
While the district attorney found sufficient evidence to proceed with criminal charges against Peeples in 2014, the statute of limitations had expired and no criminal charges were ever filed. Peeples still owns and runs the Pax Karate in Kingsland, and his bus still picks up students from Camden County Public Schools.
And so to parents who are in the community, what do you want them to know as a result of this civil trial?
Your jurors looked at it. We found Craig Peeples guilty on 4 of these, all 12 of us. That should speak to the community. To get 12 people to agree he did something is very difficult to do. That should wake people up in the communities. Parents should stop sending their kids to Craig Peeples.
Now, Hickey told me that he wants all 7 plaintiffs to know that he supports them 100%. As for what's next in this case, the attorney representing those 7 men who sued Peeples told me that his legal team is now proceeding with an appeal and planning to retry the 2 cases that ended in a hung jury. They also plan to appeal the ruling that the 4 men were not entitled to punitive damages.